John, when your 2013 pre-owned certified Chrysler 300, your total, including your taxes and fees, is only going to be $25,000, plus the free title to your 2005 Charger that you're trading in.
Right.
Now, based on it being a pre-owned certified, you're going to have factory coverage until 2/23 of 2020, or until you get 100,000 miles on the odometer. However, based on some of the things that you and I discussed earlier, that might not be the best option for you. Now, you told me earlier that you worked up in Nashville and that you drive back and forth every day, so you put around 25,000 miles on your car.
Right.
Now, we'd like to give you an opportunity to protect your investment through what we call our MasterTech Vehicle Service Contract. And what that's going to do, it's a special wrap program, a certification wrap. And what that does, basically it means that the factory's taking care of your powertrain up to 100,000 miles. So that's going to cover all the internally lubricated parts of your engine and transmission. What the MasterTech Service Contract will do is take all those parts that are not covered, like your air conditioning and your computers and sensors and those sort of things, and cover them up to 100,000 miles as well. Now, it covers 100% of your parts and labor, sales tax, diagnostic charges, and shop fees. So the only thing you pay out of pocket if you brought the vehicle back here is a small $50 deductible. If you took it somewhere else, your deductible would be $100. Plus, it also gives you a rental car, so if your car's going to be in the shop overnight, you're not worried about not being able to get back and forth to Nashville and do your job, so you can go continue to work.
Right.
But keep in mind, again, the most important thing of this is going to take care of all the parts and labor and sales tax and diagnostic charges should something go wrong with the car. And what that would do would make your total $27,300, including all your taxes and fees. And I just need to get your okay right here, and we'll wrap that up for you.
Well, I'd only say that I pride myself on maintaining my vehicle, so I think I'll just stick with the 25,000.
John, I can appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that you maintain your vehicle. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't these days.
Right.
So you'll probably never have a big major catastrophe like having to replace an engine or transmission. However, there are a bunch of parts in there that we can't help, even if they are maintained. You can change your oil every 1,000 miles and service the transmission every 6 months. It doesn't do anything for things like your computers and your navigation system and the air conditioning. Those are things that you can't maintain. Now, something else that I did tell you about a while ago, just to kind of give you a better example of what the service contract does, it covers all the parts and labor on this thing except for your wear and tear items. So things like your trim, glass, paint, lenses, and battery moldings and seal beams and stuff like that obviously aren't covered, but anything that else could go wrong with the vehicle that's not a wear and tear item, you're going to be taken care of until you get 100,000 miles. And it covers 100% again of your parts and labor and sales tax and diagnostic charges. So you can see where it makes a lot more sense on those parts that you can't maintain, those high dollar, high tech items like your navigation system, to go ahead and protect those now, don't it?
Yeah, but I think I'll just take my chances without it.
Wow, that must be nice to be able to do that, but let me ask you a question, John. If this vehicle was 75% perfect, and what I mean by that is, if over the next 65,000 miles, basically, until you hit 100,000 miles, if you drove the vehicle and it was 75% of the time you were driving it, and 25% of the time it was in the shop, you wouldn't be pleased with it, would you?
No.
Hey, I wouldn't be either. But if it was 99% perfect, you'd probably be pretty pleased with it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Here's the issue with that. I definitely would be too. At 99.9%, there's 16,000 parts that make up all the components to keep your vehicle on the road so you can use it to get back and forth to work with. At 0.1% of that, that could leave you with 16 repairs until you get 100,000 miles, okay? I'm going to get you closer to 100% than 99.9, even though that's really hard to do. I'm going to cut that in half and say you only have 8 repairs over the next 65,000 miles.
Nice.
Now, at $875 per average repair in our shop right now, and of course, every year parts and labor go up, so
Right.
that number could climb between now and the time that you get through paying for the vehicle. That can leave you with $7,000 in repairs. Now, John, you didn't get the word that you could write a check for $25,000 in cash for this vehicle without knowing what a good investment is, am I right?
Correct.
So you can obviously see that if you could be held responsible for about $7,000 in repair, if the vehicle is better than 99.9% perfect, it makes a lot more sense to go ahead and invest a third of that amount at $2,300 and cover yourself so you don't have to worry about the rising cost of parts and labor later on, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Great. I just need to get your okay right there, and we'll wrap everything up and get you to enjoy your new 300.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.